Hello everyone, Phoenix Knight here. Welcome to the channel, and welcome back to the 2009-10 season in the hockey season. We are live at Northlands Coliseum in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada for the start of the third period of this game between the Vancouver Canucks and the Edmonton Oilers. We are looking at October 19th, 2009. The Canucks are leading this one 3-2 at the start of the third period, but the Oilers are riding some momentum from a late goal in the third period. With that, let's not waste too much time. We will go ahead and drop the puck. Faceoffs are +3 to Vancouver, but the +8 will pull it over to Penner for the Oilers, and we're off on the action. That pass will go over to the left defenseman, Saray. Force dumping if the right wing's defense is greater than or equal to 1. Burrows is a 3. So the dump-in is going to be a puck battle, offensive center +3 versus the defensive center. Horkoff will have that for the Oilers. Ticking down time once again. That'll go over to Hemsky. Force dump-in if the lefty's defense is greater than or equal to 8. Bieska's a 4. Hemsky will get that with a 39 on an assist chance. That'll go over to Saray with a 39. That'll be a shot 0 against Luongo. And a 91 is going to get dropped off. That'll get dropped off for the center. Kessler will have that for the Canucks. 19 minutes to play. That'll get passed over to Edler. Loose puck if the left wing's hit is greater than or equal to 4. Penner's a 2. Edler will get that with an 8. That'll be a shot 0 against Hobby Bulin. A 36 will be Hobby Bulin will hold that one for the faceoff, as we'll take that faceoff to the right of Hobby Bulin. And the puck gets dropped. Right wing Burrows will have that for the Canucks, and we're off as the Canucks get an offensive zone win. That'll get passed over to Sedin. Loose puck if the right D's hit is greater than or equal to 7. Grabeshkov is a 3, so Sedin will get that with a 12. That'll be a shot 2 against Hobby Bulin. And a 59 on a shot 2. Hobby Bulin will make that stop as well, get that for a faceoff. Hobby Bulin's going to have to be key to get the Oilers back in this game. That'll go over to Edler for the Canucks, and we're off once again. Passing that over to Kessler. Interception if the lefty and righty's defense is greater than or equal to 7. It is. That'll be Saray making the interception, and we've got line changes. Saray will make his move with the puck and then get off the ice. Let me just make sure Willie Mitchell is defensive pairing 2. He is. Okay, so Saray will make his move with the puck. That'll get passed up to Gagne. He'll get off the ice. Force dumping if lefty's defense is greater than or equal to 4. Ehrhoff is a 4. So the dumping is going to be the offensive center O'Sullivan versus the defensive center +2. That'll be over to Sedin. Sedin with it for the Canucks, as Vancouver's trying to hold this game down. That'll get passed over to Ehrhoff. Loose puck if the right wing's hit is greater than or equal to 7. Gagne is a 2. So Ehrhoff will get that with an 8. That'll be a shot 1 against Hobby Bulin. A 38. That's going to be a rebound. Rebound is the defensive right wing, so that'll be over to Gagne with it. 17:20 to play. Passing over to Wisnowski. Interception if the center and left wing's defense is greater than or equal to 9. It's a 5. 17 for Wisnowski. He's going to make a pass. He'll move that up to Gagne. 17 minutes to play. That'll get passed over to Gilbert. Penalty if the right wing penalty is greater than or equal to 7. Samuelson's a 4. A 34 is going to be a pass for Gilbert, as he'll move that up to Strudwick. 16:40 to play. Strudwick, okay. That'll get passed over to Wisnowski. Loose puck of the lefty's hit is greater than or equal to 3. Ehrhoff is a 3. So a loose puck is going to be the home center. O'Sullivan with it for the Oilers, as he'll recover from the hit. Passing that over to Gagne. Takeaway if the center's takeaway is greater than or equal to 7. It's a 4. So a 5 for Gagne is going to be a shot 3 against Luongo. On a 24 on a shot 3, that's a rebound. Gagne with it. He'll get a 29 on it, and that'll be a pass, as he'll move that over to Wisnowski. 16 minutes to play, and we've got another set of line changes already. Wisnowski will, of course, make his move with the puck and then get off the ice. Cards were sticking a little bit there, but it's all sorted now. Pass going over to Smid. Wisnowski will get off the ice. Force dumping if the right wing's defense is greater than or equal to 4. Bernier's a 2. 25. Smid's going to make a pass with that. That'll go up to Nilsson. 15:40 to play for the Oilers. Passing that right back to Smid. Loose puck if the center's hit is greater than or equal to 3. Wellwood's a 2. Smid will get that with a 7. He'll give that one away. And that'll go over to Salo. 15:20 to play. Passing that over to O'Brien. Takeaway if the right wing's take is greater than or equal to 7. Nilsson's a 4. 23 for O'Brien. He's going to make a pass. And that'll move up to Wellwood. 15 minutes to play here. Passing that over to Dimitra. Interception if the left D and right D's defense is greater than or equal to 6. They're an 8. So that'll be the right wing. That'll be Nilsson making that interception. Taking down time, pass goes over to Potolny. Penalty if the left D penalty greater than or equal to 5. Salo's a 1. Potolny is getting that with a 2. That's a shot 4 against Luongo. 9 on a shot 4 is a rebound chance, and Luongo's gone hot. Offensive left wing versus defensive right D plus 5. That will be O'Brien with the puck for the Canucks. Passing that up to Wellwood. Takeaway if the lefties take is greater than or equal to 5. Smid is a 3. 16 at even strength is going to be a giveaway by Wellwood. And that'll be Nilsson taking that puck. And then we've got line changes. Okay, we've already ticked down the time for the line changes, so let's take it away. That'll get passed over to Grabeshkov. Penalty if the center's penalty is greater than or equal to 5. Rippon's an 8. 37 is going to be an assist chance. That'll get sent up to Nilsson with a number 1. That'll be a shot 5 on Luongo. That's a 4 and score! Robert Nilsson ties this game for the Oilers on a great one-timer, which essentially kills the penalty for the Canucks. Arena cheers. Yay! That'll be Grabeshkov on the assist, and Nilsson's the one who scored already, so only 1 assist on the goal, but we are tied at 3 here. We're tied at 3 here, just before the halfway point of the third. We are 6 minutes into the period already. Things are moving fairly quickly. We'll bring the teams back to center ice, where faceoffs are even. +1, that'll go over to Nilsson for the Oilers, and we're off and running once again. Tied at 3. That'll get passed over to Jacques. Force dumping if the left wing's defense is greater than or equal to 2. Grabner's a 1. 28 for Jacques. He'll make a pass, and that'll move back over to Nilsson. 13:20 to play. Loose puck if the lefty's hit is greater than or equal to 1. Bieska's a 4. So a loose puck is going to be the home right wing. Nilsson will have that for the Oilers. Passing over to Saray. Penalty if the right D's penalty is greater than or equal to 3. Edler's a 2. Actually, no. Yeah, he is a 2. 35 is going to be a pass, so we'll check the penalty range. 14 plus the opponent if the penalty is 3 or higher. Grabeshkov, Edler's going off alone. He will be going off for charging. We'll get a new defensive pair out for the Canucks, and then they'll go without their center for the next 2 minutes. All right, the Oilers with a chance here to take the lead. Let's see what happens on the faceoff. +2 to Edmonton. +2 is not enough to pull it away. Brule with the puck, and the Oilers will start the power play. Passing over to Grabeshkov. Loose puck, if the lefty's hit is greater than or equal to 2, it's a 3. Home left wing, that's back over to Jacques. 12:20 to play, taking away on the power play. Nilsson gets the pass. Loose puck, if the lefty's hit is greater than or equal to 4. Ehrhoff is a 3 this time. 34 on the power play. Nilsson's going to make a pass, and that'll go over to Grabeshkov. And we've got line changes once again. Okay, back to it here. Passing up to Horkoff. Takeaway if the lefty's take is greater than or equal to 2. Salo is a 2, so that puck's going to get taken away. Passing up to Burrows. Loose puck if the left wing's hit is greater than or equal to 2. Penner is a 2. Loose puck. Offensive lefty +2 against the defensive right wing. Even without the +2, that'll stay with Salo. One last chance on the power play for the Oilers, but that'll go up to Sedin. Force dumping if the right D's defense is greater than or equal to 8. Grabeshkov is a 3, so that'll be a 6 for Sedin shorthanded. He'll make a pass. That'll move over to O'Brien, and the penalty now is over for the Canucks, which means they are back to full strength. Passing up to Burrows. Takeaway if the lefty's take is greater than or equal to 7. It's a 3. 33 is going to be a pass for Burrows. And he's moving that over to Kessler. 10:40 to play. Passing over to O'Brien. Loose puck if the lefty's hit is greater than or equal to 6. Gilbert's a 3. That'll be a 31. That'll be a pass for O'Brien. He'll move that over to Salo. 10:20 to play. Passing right back to O'Brien. Force dumping if the left wing's defense greater than or equal to 7. Penner's a 3. 34 is going to be another pass. He'll move that right back to Salo. And then we've got line changes at the halfway mark of the third period, tied at 3. We'll flip a card. That'll go over to Edler. Salo will get off the ice. Interception if the center and left wing's defense is greater than or equal to 11. Strudwick and O'Sullivan are a 7. 21 for Edler. He's going to make a pass. And that'll move back to Bieska. 9:40 to play in a suddenly tie game. Passing up to Raymond. Takeaway if the right wing's takeaway is greater than or equal to 3. Hemsky's a 2. 13 is going to be a shot 2 against Hobby Bulin. With a 61 on a shot 2, Hobby Bulin's going to see a bouncing puck. He'll make the save and he'll smother it to get the face-off. And now that we're under the 10-minute mark, I will announce tomorrow morning, or tomorrow's first game. We'll be over, let me look up the home stadium in question. We will be at the Enterprise Center in St. Louis, Missouri for our first feature game on the channel tomorrow in Stratomatic Hockey, as the Minnesota Wild will be venturing to St. Louis to play the Blues. And that face-off is coming to the right of Hobby Bulin. Face-offs right now are +4 to Vancouver. +1 is not enough to pull it over to Edmonton. That'll be Samuelson with the puck for the Canucks. Passing that over to the right defenseman. Takeaway if the left wing's takeaway is greater than or equal to 5. Strudwick is a 2. 30 is going to be a pass for Edler. He'll move that over to Raymond. 9 minutes to play in regulation. Passing over to the right wing. Forced dump in if left wing's defense is greater than or equal to 1. Strudwick is a 4. So we've got a dump in, and that'll be Smid chasing down the puck for Edmonton. That pass will go back up to Strudwick. Penalty if the right wing penalty is greater than or equal to 6. Samuelson's a 4. Strudwick will get that with a 37. He'll make a pass. He'll move that over to Hemsky. 8:20 to play in regulation. Passing that back over to Strudwick. Interception if the right wing and right D's defense is greater than or equal to 10. They're a 6. Strudwick will get that with a 6. He'll give it away. That'll go over to Biesca. And we've got line changes once again. 8 minutes to play here in the third. We should be on our... Okay, looks like we're cycling over to second defensive pairings. That'll move up to Wellwood. Biesca will get off the ice. Loose puck if the center's hit is greater than or equal to 4. Potolny is a 2. A 5 for Wellwood is going to be a shot 2 against Hobby Bulin. A 25 on a shot 2 is a rebound. Defensive left D, that's over to Saray. 7:40 to play here in the third. Passing over to Steos. Takeaway if the left wing's takeaway is greater than or equal to 4. Dimitra is a 2. 15 for Steos. He'll make a pass. That'll move back over to Saray. 7:20 to play. Passing that up to Moreau. Forced dump in if the right wing's defense is greater than or equal to 6. Bernier is a 2, so a 39 for Moreau is going to be an assist chance. He's moving that over to Saray with a 24. That's a shot 1 on Luongo. 17 on a shot 1. That's a rebound. Offensive right wing versus defensive left D +2. Even without the +2, Ehrhoff will have that for the Canucks. 7 minutes to play. Passing it up to Bernier. Penalty if any defender's penalty is greater than or equal to 12. It is not. So a 40 for Bernier. He's going to have an assist chance. That'll move over to Ehrhoff with a 19. That'll be a shot 2 against Hobby Bulin. 91, and Hobby Bulin's going to drop that one off. That'll be the left wing. That'll be Moreau picking that one up. 6:40 to go. Passing that over to Steos. Forced dump in if the left wing's defense is greater than or equal to 4. Dimitri's a 2. 16. Steos is going to make a pass. He'll move that up to Potolny. 6:20 to play in regulation. That'll move over to Gagne. Takeaway if the right D's take is greater than or equal to 6. Mitchell's a 3. That's a 3 for Gagne. That's a shot 4 on Luongo. That's a 12 on a shot 4, and score! Sam Gagne gives the Oilers a 4-3 lead. Arena cheers. Yay! That was from Steos. And we'll flip over a card for an assist. Moreau. And with just over 6 minutes to play in the third, the Oilers now have a 4-3 lead. I'm just going to shuffle the second half of the action card deck, since I do have this sleeved as well. Okay. As now the Oilers have opened up a 4-3 lead here in the second half of the third period. And now the players are going to come back to center ice. Faceoffs are +3 to Vancouver. That'll be Dimitra with the puck on the faceoff win. Well, not for long because we're about to have line changes. Canucks are now in the position of having to search for the equalizer. Okay, back over to it. That'll get passed over to Rippon. Takeaway if the center's take is greater than or equal to 8. Brule's a 3. Rippon will have it with a 19. He'll give that one away. And that'll be from Jacques with the giveaway. Ticking off time, that'll get passed over to Brule. Forced dumping if the center's defense is greater than or equal to 7. Rippon is a 2. 33 for Brule. He's going to make a pass. And that'll move over to Grabeshkov. 5:20 to play. That'll be passed up to Nilsson. Interception if the left wing and lefty's defense is greater than or equal to 10. They're a 6. 38 for Nilsson. That's an assist chance. He's moving that over to Gilbert with a 35. That'll be a shot 0 against Luongo. 73 says Luongo is going to get surprised by a bouncing puck, and rather than take a chance, he'll smother that for the face-off. Face-offs are even. +4 will go over to the visiting team. That'll go over to Dimitra. And 5 minutes left to play here in the third. That'll get passed over to Hansen. Loose puck if the right D's hit is greater than or equal to 4. Grabeshkov's a 3. Hansen will have that with a 17 for a shot 1 against Hobby Bulin. An 83. Hobby Bulin will drop that one off for his left defenseman, Gilbert. 4:40 to play here in the third. Passing up to Jacques. Loose puck if the right wing's hit is greater than or equal to 1. Hansen's a 4. So he's going to jar the puck loose from Jacques. And the loose puck will go back to Nilsson. 4:20 to play. That'll be passed over to Jacques. Interception if the right wing and right D's defense is greater than or equal to 12. They are a 6. Jacques will get that with a 32. He'll make a pass. And that'll move over to Grabeshkov. And we've already got line changes again. Grabeshkov will, of course, get off the ice once he makes his move with the puck. Hold on. We should be on line 1. Okay, hold up. Grabner is the line 4. Okay, so yeah, we should be on line 1s here. That'll get passed up to Horkov. Grabeshkov will get off the ice. Loose puck if the center's hit is greater than or equal to 7. Kessler's a 3. 25 for Horkov. He'll make a pass. That'll move over to Penner. 3:40 to play here in the third. Edmonton up 4-3. Over to Pisani. Penalty if the right wing's penalty is greater than or equal to 5. Burrows is a 5. 26 is a pass. That's going to get touched up. 14 will be a minor penalty for Burrows. He's going off for boarding. You got to stop if you see the numbers, folks. And the Oilers now with a chance to put this game on ice. Let's see what they can do with this one. Face-offs are +3 to Vancouver. +2 isn't enough to pull that over. That'll come over to Biesca. Biesca with it for the Canucks. Passing up to Kessler. Penalty if the right D's penalty is greater than or equal to 1. Wisnowski is a 1, so we'll check the penalty in a minute. A 3 first is going to be a shot 4 on Hobby Bulin. That's an 11 on a shot 4. And a rebound chance, and Hobby Bulin's hot. Rebound chance, home left wing. That'll get touched. But we've got the call on... What was the call we were checking on? Oh, yes, Wisnowski. 37's actually out of range, so there will be no penalty there. Which means that face-off, that puck went out of play. Edmonton still on the power play, still disadvantaged on face-offs. That'll come over to Edler for Vancouver, and we're off once again. Passing over to Biesca. Interception of the center and left wing's defense is greater than or equal to 7. They're just short at a 6. 14 is going to get sent the length of the ice. And that'll be Smid tracking that down for Edmonton. 2:40 to play. Passing up to Horkoff. Forced dumping if the center's defense is greater than or equal to 8. Kessler is a 3. 5 for Horkoff is a shot 4 on Luongo. That's a... Right? Yes, 5 on the power play is a shot 4. That's a 21 on shot 4. Rebound. Visiting right defenseman, that's over to Edler. 2:20 to play here in the third. Passing over to Kessler. Takeaway if the right D's take is greater than or equal to 3. Wisnowski is a 3. And we've got line changes once again. Luongo looking toward the bench, wondering when he's going to get the call to get over to the bench and get the extra attacker out for the Canucks. Last chance of the power play for the Oilers. That'll go up to the left wing. Penalty, if any defender penalty greater than or equal to 16. They are all, actually. We'll roll a die to see who gets penalized. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 are re-rolls. 2, that'll be Sedin we're checking, but let's see what happens. 9 is going to be a pass. So we'll check Sedin. He is going off. And he's going off for holding. What a bad time for the Canucks to take another penalty. We'll do that with it, I guess. Oh, actually, they're going to be going without a wing now as well. So 5 on 3 here for the Oilers. They're going to be on the power play for the rest of the game from the looks of it. We'll do face-offs plus 5 to Vancouver. Plus 3 to the right defenseman. That's Mitchell. And the first penalty is actually over. So we're back to 5 on 4 now for the rest of the game. As Mitchell still has it for the Canucks. Flip the right way, Phoenix. That'll get passed up to Bernier. Penalty if the lefty's penalty is greater than or equal to 1. As soon as I say that, Saray is going to go off. Potentially 9 will get sent the length of the ice. We'll check Saray's penalty. That's a 2. Ooh, Saray taking a bad major penalty. And he's going off for holding on a major. So we're actually back to even strength here. Yikes, that was an ugly call. Plus 5 to Vancouver. That'll go over to Ehrhoff. And we are off. Passing up to Bernier. Interception of the left wing and lefty's defense is greater than or equal to 11. They're an 8. And 11 for Bernier and even strength is going to be a shot 1 on Hobby Bulin. 51 on a shot 1. Hobby Bulin will make the save. He'll smother that for the face-off. And the extra attacker is going to be on for Vancouver. As they're going to pull their goalie here. Trying to get the equalizer. Face-offs are still plus 5 to Vancouver, which that'll go over to Wellwood, and we're off. That'll go to the right defenseman. That'll go over to Mitchell. Forced dump in if the lefty's defense is greater than or equal to 6. Gilbert's a 4. A 6 for Mitchell is going to be a giveaway. That'll go to the right wing. Actually, that'll go to the left wing. That'll go to Strudwick. 40 seconds to play. Passing up to O'Sullivan. Forced dump in if the lefty's defense is greater than or equal to 5. It's a 4. 28. At 28, they're essentially shorthanded. That's going to get sent the length of the ice. And that'll be Wellwood picking that one up. 20 seconds to go in the game. Passing over to Ehrhoff. Penalty if the center's penalty is greater than or equal to 4. It's not. 23 is going to be a pass. He'll make that pass up to Wellwood. And there's the horn to signify the end of the game. And the Edmonton Oilers get a 2-goal burst in the third period to win this one by a final score of 4-3, sending the hometown crowd home happy. Arena cheers. Yay! We, of course, are not done yet because we still have to ask Final Score Hockey how the rest of the league fared. So I'm just going to do my cleanup as usual, and we will see to that. The Oilers get a big division win on the Canucks. But let's remember, we are still very early in the season. We're only in October at this stage of the game, as it were. That should do. Oop. And I just sent the bag flying. Oh well. Let's see, how did I do this? Right. Just getting my charts organized here. I'll bring my drink over, take a drink of that, and then we'll see how the rest of the NHL fared in this block. We are all set now to see how the rest of the NHL fared, thanks to our friends at Downey Games and Final Score Hockey. The Oilers pick up a big division win here early in the season as everybody's seeking to establish their footing. So let's see how the rest of the NHL fared, starting on October 19th. We've got the Kings and the Stars. Kings, I-25, that is 2. Stars, L36, that's a big game. $66, ouch, -5. So instead of being an L, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, now they're rolling on column G. 62, though, is 4, which is going to still turn into a win for the Stars over the Kings, 4-2. Sharks and the Rangers. Wow. Sharks. K11 is 0. I didn't even have to look. Rangers. J14 is 1. So we've got a pressure situation for the Sharks. Sharks are a B on pressure. B54 for the Sharks could possibly score. Rangers are an E24. That will score. And we've got overtime. Rangers with a chance to win it first, though. Rangers with a J26. That won't do it for them. Sharks with a K46. That will do it, and the Sharks will win that game by a final score of 2-1. That will come in overtime. On to October 20th. Blue Jackets and the Flames. Blue Jackets, G61. G61 is 4. Flames, F16. That is 1. And the Blue Jackets will win that one 4-1. Thrashers and the Canadiens. Thrashers, H46. That is 3. Canadiens, G44. That is also 3. Pressure situations all around. Both teams are an E on pressure. Canadiens first. Canadiens on an E31 can't do anything with it. Thrashers on an E22 can't either. So that brings us to overtime. Thrashers with a chance to win first. Actually, Canadiens with a chance to win first. G23 won't do it. Neither will an H24 for the Thrashers. So we've got a shootout. Both teams are a C in the shootout. 35. Nope, neither team will score in round 1. Round 2. We said both teams are C's, right? Thrashers won't score. Canadiens will on a 62. Round 3 of the shootout. Both teams are C's. 46 will score again for the Canadiens. If the Canadiens score here, shootout's over. 43 for the Thrashers on a C. That will score. The problem is, so does the 62 for the Canadiens. And the Canadiens will take that one by a final score of 4-3 in a shootout. Blues and the Penguins. Blues, E11 is 0. Yep. Penguins, N12. That is 1. Pressure situation for the Blues. Blues are a D on pressure. And let me reset this real quick. Oop. There we go. As I was saying, Blues are a D on pressure. 23 won't get it done, so the Penguins will win that one 1-0. Stars and the Ducks are both I's. Stars roll a 24. That is 2. Ducks roll a 41. That is 3. We've got a pressure situation. The Stars are an E on pressure. A 44, though, won't get it done for the Stars, so the Ducks will take that one 3-2. Predators and the Bruins. Predators, G36 is 2. Bruins, J13, that is 1. Pressure situation for the Bruins. Bruins are an E on pressure. An E22 won't get it done, so the Predators will get that win 3-2. Or 2-1, I should say. Canucks and the Blackhawks. This promises to be a shootout. Canucks, J65 is 6. Blackhawks, O31. O31 is 3. Never mind what I said about that being well, that was more of a shooting gallery than a shootout. But the Canucks win that one 6-3. We are on October 21st, by the way. Sabres and the Panthers. Sabres, K11 is 0. Panthers, I52 is a lot more than 0. That's 4. Panthers will win that one 4-0. Avalanche and the Wild are both I's. Avalanche roll a 63. That is 4. Wild roll a 21. That is 2. And the Avalanche win that one 4-2. Hurricanes and the Islanders. Hurricanes, H55. H55 is 4. Islanders, G25. That is 2. Hurricanes win that one 4-2. October 22nd, Capitals and the Thrashers. Capitals, N55 is 5. Thrashers, J52. That is 4. Pressure situation for the Thrashers. Thrashers are an E on pressure. A 13, however, won't get it done for the Thrashers, and they will nearly go toe-to-toe with the Capitals, but they'll lose 5-4. Blue Jackets and the Oilers. Blue Jackets, G35 is 2. Oilers, F52, that is 3. Pressure situation for the Blue Jackets. They are an E on pressure. An E46, though, won't get it done. The Oilers will take that one 3-2. Stars and the Kings. Stars, G14 is 1. Kings, J51 is going to be a lot more than 1. J51 is 3. And that's enough for the Kings to win that one 3-1. Islanders and the Canadiens. Islanders, G63 is 4. Canadiens, F12 is 0. The Islanders will win that one in a shutout 4-0. Devils and the Rangers. Devils, G61 is 4. Rangers, K21 is 2. The Devils will win that one 4-2. Predators and the Senators. Predators, F12 is 0. Senators, J36 is 3. Senators will win that one 3-0. Bruins and the Flyers. Bruins, F23 is 1. Flyers, M23 is 2. Pressure situation for the Bruins. They are an E on pressure. An E56 won't get it done for the Bruins, and the Flyers will take that one 2-1. Red Wings and the Coyotes. Red Wings, F25 is 2. Coyotes, J36, that is 3. Pressure situation for the Red Wings. Red Wings are a C on pressure. C54 just misses. That won't get it done for the Red Wings. The Coyotes will take that win 3-2. Sharks and the Lightning. Sharks, K51 is 3. Lightning, J64. J64 is 5. And the Lightning will take that win. We'll take that one 5-3. And that'll do it for Block 5 of this 2009-10 season replay. The Oilers get a 2... Actually, we'll save that for the end. Block 6 will take us over to... I just had it. Oh, Enterprise Center in St. Louis, Missouri, as the St. Louis Blues will be hosting the Minnesota Wild in Stratomatic hockey in our next block. Before that, though, Mystical Munchies will commence out of the exquisite Exandria cookbook as we make the appetizer, Grog's garlicky mayonnaise, and fries. Sunday morning, we'll be playing Talon by GMT Games, and Wednesday, we'll be playing D100 Space as Space Month gets kicked off. Thank you for watching the video. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications to get my content. Be well, stay safe, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll be back with more videos in the future. Until then, take care, everyone. The Edmonton Oilers get 2 in the third to beat the Vancouver Canucks by a final score of 4-3. Once again, take care, and I will see you guys tomorrow.